Welcome to the first MJK tutorials, and this one is going to be on Visual Basic. As you can see, we're now looking at a website. I just finished getting it in the works, so I figured I'd give you guys the URL, and that is mjktutorials.uni.me. Okay. So we're going to get rid of this stuff now, and we're going to start up Visual Studio or Visual Basic Express, depending on which one you have. Either way, as soon as you get to the entrance screen, you're going to be clicking on New Project. And my computer is running slow. Just open up a Windows Form application. Wait for it to load. Still waiting. Okay, now we have the Windows Form application. Now, there's multiple ways of using this view. You don't actually have to use it at all. You can actually modify everything in coding. Basically, all you'd be doing there is you'd be typing the information, like depending on, like, if you double click here, you'll get the code window, and you can set up the entire format depending on how you want it to load. You could add a label that way. You could do many different things. We're not going to do it that way because this is Visual Basic. So what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on Toolbar to bring that over. Let's just go ahead and mount that so we don't have to keep pulling over to it. We're going to create the program that is introduced to every programmer when they first start, and that's the Hello World program. In order to do that, you're going to need to come over in your toolbar and grab a button and place it in, as well as a label and place it in. Center these as best you can. It doesn't really matter. You're just going to have it anywhere you want. Now this is probably the simplest line of code there is, which is why it's the first program you ever make. You're going to first change the text on these from button 1 to click, and you can do that over here in the properties menu. Next you're going to change label 1 to whatever you want. Like, I'm going to put text shows here. And then you're just going to double click on button, and it'll bring up a new private sub, the button1.click. And this code to change, what you're basically doing is you're going to be typing a code to change the text of label 1. The name here is what you type out in the coding line, not what's shown on it. So we're going to come up here and we're going to change this to LBL hello. We can leave that as button 1. We're going to double click on the click button now, and we're going to add a new line of code. That line of code is going to be a property change for label 1, LBL hello. So you're going to do LBL okay, sorry about that. You're going to be doing LBL hello. It'll appear down here. If you don't want to have to type it all out, you can just click tab and it'll appear. LBL1 hello dot. Now we're changing the property text, so we're typing in text, space, and then we need an equal sign. Now there's multiple different ways of adding this, but we're just going to do it the simple way, and I'll show you a different way of doing it later that'll help you understand why you need the quotations on this. So you're going to do 2 quotes, and in between it you're going to type in hello world. Now we're going to do a debug. What that means is we're going to debug it, and we're going to click hit play, and it's going to run the program and check for any errors and then bring it up for you to test. So now if you click on the word click, it should say hello world. Now here's the other way of how it works. This is a better way of explaining it. When you're typing in a sentence, it's called a string. So you can also do it like this. If you come up here to public class form 1 and you type in dim, which is basically you're declaring a statement, hello as string. Now strings require a quotation, and we're going to change that to hello world. And now what we're going to do down here is we're just going to type in hello. We do not need to have any quotations around it now. So we can debug that, and it should give us the same exact thing. And that's all we're going to do for this tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to package it so that you can do this with all your other programs, and I can get it out of the way now. So we're going to open up the Solution Explorer, right click Windows Application 1, and we're going to go down to Properties. Now you can add a default icon here which will appear as the icon. You can also do that down here, but these two different icons are for different things. You're going to click on Form 1 and then where's icon. Icon is when you have a icon here and an icon down here. That's what this block here does. Now when you're using this default icon here, it's going to be giving you an icon like it is on here, a display icon for a item itself. But the basics of how you would do this is you would change this to whatever you want it to be. The root spaces, you can name that the root namespace, you can name that whatever you want, but make sure there are no spaces in it. Like for a space, put an underscore. You're going to be keeping that as a Windows Form application, and under assembly information, you can do whatever you want here too. You can add a description if you want. I usually just remove the product. And these are your version numbers. This is the assembly number, how many times you've assembled it. You change that depending. And the file version, this is for your first initial release. Natural language, you can change to English. And OK. That didn't work. One sec. There we go. And that's basically all there is to it. After that, you're going to come back here, File, Save All. I'm going to save these to my desktop so that I can find it more easily and show you. And now to actually assemble it into the program itself, you're going to come over here, come down to Release, Build Hello World. And you're done. You can close out of that. Here's the Hello World program. Hello World. In order to get the application, you can either open Object or Bin. I don't know why they have two different ports for it. If you know, please tell me, but I have no idea. We're going to go into Bin, Release, and here's your application. I don't remember putting that there. Let's get rid of that and try again. Because it should, okay, whatever, it's giving me the icon because I had one on there before. So now we're just going to run the hello world, and it's going to change. And this is, the good part about compiling it is that if you want to distribute it online, you can easily just right click this icon, add to archive, hello world, zip, okay, and you can go ahead and just straight upload this online right now. It's as simple as that. Well, that ends the tutorial for today. I thank you for watching my tutorial. I hope I didn't suck too bad, because I know I'm no good at talking very long. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope that you guys come back and watch the rest.